Alright, and here we are at the Night Sea. This is actually my favorite level in the entire game. And it starts out with a cutscene skip, pretty easy, just like every other cutscene skip we've done. 3 hops and you're through. So once you're in the water, you know you're safe. Oh, and I missed it. Alright, so this is the Night Sea. This is my favorite level in the game. We start out with a cutscene skip, like, you know, you do. It's Nemo. 3 hops and you're done, so let's see. Once you're in the water, you're safe. Now, I would normally try to do those a little faster, but it's a tutorial. I always stop halfway down this slope right here to feed the crab. And the deal with the crab is he can dig in the sand. And if you hit the sand while you're in the air, and his shell's down like that, you're going to dig in it. So that's why we walk past the first part. You go onto the ship, and then I always wait for that, and then cancel out right there, and then come on up here. And then you feed the frog. Now, this part was a little frustrating for me when I first started playing the game, because what I thought that I had to do was come over here to this wall. And actually, let me save state this real quick, just so that we can come back to it. We'll go back to the frog. Okay, so this is a little frustrating for me when I first started playing the game, because I thought, well, you gotta come over here to the side, and then just short hop up and tap A lightly so you can get in there. Now, the frustrating part about that, I did it right the first time, but if you short hop, you can go, it can be hard to know how hard to press the button and get in there. The easiest way to get in there, though... Oh, and if you press too hard, that happens. So, the easiest way to get in there is actually to stay right where you are when you get the frog, and then jump and go in on the way down. See how I was actually going down towards the spikes, rather than up into them as I went towards them. So, I'll do that one more time so you can kind of see the difference. So, here's straight up. See? And I died. And here is over and down. It's just much easier to make that jump, less stressful, less likely to burn the run that way. So then we come through the corridor of spikes right here, and that's just being careful. Then you got your Nautiluses here. These guys spawn in completely random spots. Sometimes they spawn off screen at the bottom and then just shoot up at you. You gotta be careful. And you come up here to this little secret area, which if you played this as a kid, it probably drove you nuts. Or you thought it was really cool when you found it. What a med kit. Now, I always come up and swim into this corner right here, and I'm actually gonna go over here so you can see, and that spawns that fish so that he swims up there and doesn't bother you getting the key. If you go straight down, then he'll spawn down low, and he might knock you into those spikes and kill you, so don't do that. We got the Nautilus going up right there, Nautilus going up right there. Now, I'm gonna do a little wiggle here, and yep, see if I can spawn that tadpole right there under me. And that way, he doesn't bother you while you're feeding the crab over here. If you spawn him over here, it's not a big deal. The deal with the crab, and obviously there's no tadpole to test it on, the deal with the crab is that when he jumps up out of the sand like this, he's actually invincible until he reaches the peak of his jump. So what you can do is you can jump right through the tadpole, and I'll actually go back and get the tadpole to come over here with me so that I can demonstrate that and show you what I mean. So, alright, oh no, he's trapped me down here. This is not a big deal, because what can happen is I can jump up, see, and I jump right through him. Now, I didn't do it right there, but you can actually also rocket up to the top and ride the crab's momentum if you cancel at the right time. And then you're supposed to jump and go across this platform. Now, this is one of the frustrating things about Nemo. Jump height out of water is randomized. Sometimes you'll jump 2 blocks high, sometimes you'll jump 1 block high. When I was first running this game, I would go 16 to 17 jumps, and now, of course, it's giving me 2 block high ones every time. 16, 17 jumps that are only 1 block, and then they would completely burn a really good run. Well, it's about a 50-50 shot whether you jump 1 block high or 2 blocks high. But you can actually manipulate that RNG so that you jump 2 blocks high about 90% of the time simply by throwing a candy before you jump out of the water. If you throw a candy before you jump out of the water, it's way more likely than not that you'll actually, see, it actually doesn't work every time, but it's way more likely than not that you'll jump 2 blocks high and be able to get out of here. And then the rest of the level is pretty easy. You just hop over this guy, go into that guy, hop right there, it doesn't matter if you do a candy jump or not, and then boom, you're at the end of the level, and that's the Night Sea. This level is super smooth when it goes well, and it's just a really fun level to run. I really like the music, and yeah, I just like this level. So that's the Night Sea. We're coming up on Nemo's house, which is probably the most frustrating level in the run for me, just because of the potential time saves.